What's up, my fellow Trashinators? Welcome back to another episode of Good Figures. And, sorry if I seem a bit out of it. I fell asleep, earlier, like I usually do, but this time I just kind of fully went into it because, I quit my job. I gave them a week's notice. I was respectful, and, you know, it's gonna be nice just resting, and I was like, I'm gonna be looking, so hopefully in a week or two I'll get a new job, and thus I'll get even more action figures. But I have enough to where I could actually just stop getting action figures for like a year or two, and I'll still have figures I still have to cover. So, but besides that, you can tell by the metal music and the title, we're gonna be covering Mecha Spawn. He's over here threatening my life in Minecraft. Anyway, so yeah, I got this guy last week. Probably a bit too soon, I'd say. I should have gotten him this week, actually. Because yes, I also broke my rule again this week. I got, like 5 action figures. I really lost myself the past 2 weeks when it comes to, like, action figures. But don't worry. The fact I do not have a job will hopefully calm myself down. But yeah, I got this guy because he was in the clearance section, but he was not like discounted because there was no like price tag on it. But sometimes they don't have the price tag, but in the clearance section they have clearance. But it's weird. But I just got him, so I have him here. He's in my hands. So let's just talk about him. Actually, let's remove this. I don't want to poke my eye out. Could not afford to do that. And the shield. He came with a lot of weapons, but let's just get a look at the actual figure himself. Actually, yesterday they revealed that their Toddy boy, good old Todd McFarlane, not Farland, like Seth, but Farlane. He actually revealed that they're going to be doing Medieval Spawn. The pre-orders are up already because the speed at which action figures are releasing is insane, or at least in American markets, like American-based action figure manufacturers. But we're not here to comment on the speed at which plastic is being shipped to us, but talk about this guy. Now, here he is, the towering Mecha Colossus himself. Okay, I'm gonna mention it. I don't know where this guy is from. Like, I know he's like a variant, but is it a suit or is he actually a robot? I like to think he is a robot, but if he's a suit, I guess it's fine. Like, I like to think that, damn. I forgot Spawn's real name. Listen to the metal music and look at Spawn while I search up what Spawn's name is. I don't know why I forgot this. I love Spawn. Spawn. Name. Albert Francis Simmons? That's not right, right? Yeah, his name's Al Simmons. I don't know why I forgot that, but apparently I didn't know this. I didn't know his full name was Albert Francis Simmons. I didn't know that. But whatever. So, I like to think Al Simmons is his origin story is the same, but when he got to hell, he didn't become a Hellspawn. He was just, or at least he didn't become a Hellspawn that went back to Earth. Or at least he did, but his soul got trapped in a mecha suit via some demon magic that some sort of evil scientist thought would make the mecha suit better. And now he's just forever possessing a mecha suit. Like, I think he could have gotten out of it in like a few hundred years, but I think he's just used to it now. So that's my little headcanon, because I don't know where this guy's from or if he's original or not. If he's original, there's his origin. I just gave it to you for free. Actually, not for free. Toddy Boy, if this is an original concept, there's his origin story. Pay me $1,000. No, pay me $10,000. All right, that's one payment of $10,000. All right, cool. It's gonna be worth your money. People are gonna love that comic. Anyway, so yeah, here he is. Just a lovely design, isn't it? It just looks like Spawn, but a giant robot. So that's pretty good. I did think the blue was a tad weird at first. Besides the faces on his crotch and his butt, by the way. He has a face on his butt. But I'm used to it now. It's like it's a mech, so it's supposed to be like, oh, this is like a little anime for the kiddos, right? So yeah, he does come with a fabric cape, which I thought was very nice. It's like a Spartan style cape where the back is very, very open, and the fabric is actually really good. It's like a fabric I would use. It's like durable and stuff. It's just nice. It's very light, but I feel like it feels nice. Feels nice, doesn't it? Now, let's see. Let's talk about the accessories. You saw two of them already. You got a shield. I'm pretty sure this is like ectoplasm or like evil energy. It's evil energy, right? Spawn feeds off evil energy. So you have a shield that has his logo on it. Oh, excuse me. Got his logo on it. It's very hard to tell, especially since, it's clear. But it's there. And then his wrist blade. It just locks in. Also, it has R for right side. I don't know why that is, because you can't. There's no way you can put it on the left hand. Like, it kind of looks like it could have you could port something in there, but it's not made for this. So this is only for like the shield. So there. Now we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more accessories. He has 7 accessories. So, I'm going to put Spawn down. Let's talk about the rest. He comes with 2 very similar knives. Not identical, but they're knives. This one is more like a razor knife. Like the ones in Attack on Titan and like box cutters. But this is very clear the edge. This part. I can just use at this point. This is the edge. And just a good old Bowie knife, which is actually shorter. I mean, the handle is much longer, but the blade itself is actually longer too. So he's got knives. He has great weapon storage, by the way. You have tabs, and there's ports on his thighs, and the longer tab goes into his thigh. So that means he only has one option for the knives to be stored. So yeah. Tab that in. There we go. He's got a little knife hip. He's got deadly hips, I'll tell you that. Hey, Twitter artist. Baby girl, fight this guy, huh? So yeah. Baby girl. They can be a bit tough to get out, but they are not, Also, all the accessories are very soft plastic. So, besides like these blades, I think it's because they're smaller, but they're all soft plastic. So, mileage may vary for your specific version of this guy, because his weapons could be horribly disfigured in the package. Go. I'm gonna save his big old sword for the last. Next we have a halberd spear. It's very long. It's very long. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'3". It's longer than my hand. So, but it is very thin and warped. That's not fun. You can fix it, but it doesn't matter. Alright, storage. On the back he has 3 ports. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to put them, but I feel like something like this. Actually, this one might go on top. There we go. Something like that, or maybe on downward. I don't know, feels right. And then you got his short sword, long handle. I like this a lot. I wish there were more spears that had just gigantic blades to the point where they feel more like swords with long handles. I like spears like that. So here's his. The handle is shorter. It's shorter overall by the halberd spear thingy, but it's nice. It's actually one of the straighter weapons, so I like this one a lot. This is like, if I was gonna use a weapon, this would be it. This is like my weapon, so I feel like, go, something like this. I feel like there's a correct way, but I'm not, actually I have the box right here. It's a designer edition, so it might actually be original. Got some, you know. It doesn't look like there's a correct way. It's only artists. Actually, it's technically called Manga Spawn. Manga. So it's Mecha Spawn. We all know the true name. So it smells like, I got a whiff of fresh plastic in my face. That's like a decent reason I collect action figures, is for the smell. I might be low-key addicted to it. So there's probably not a right way. There's just ports and holes, so you can put them any way you want to. But here we have his last weapon, big old sword. Very nice, very nice. He just has a spine in there for some reason. It's not a spine, but come on, I can think of it. Especially if this version of Spawn is like lives in a robot world. There's a lot of things you can do with his origin. And here you have his like full display. Very metal, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna take these off, as much as I do think it is cool. Yeah. Go. Alright, let's get to the articulation. It is a bit weird. The articulation can be a bit weird just due to the design. And I do think there's supposed to be more articulation than I've found, but I cannot tell. I'll tell you about it soon. So his head is on a ball joint. It's pretty good. Goes up about that far. Down pretty far. That's all you need for a mech. Kinda up, but mostly down, you know? And he goes, it could interfere with the shoulder pad if you articulate it, because the shoulder pads are on ball joints, so they can get out of the way. It's very nice, you know. Big old skull right there. what I would have liked is that this one should have looked like the Violator. If you guys do know, the last video I made before my dog Pocket Pass was a review of the Violator in his like monster form. I have not touched it since that video, or since after that video, because I've had it in my display fighting Godzilla, and I don't think I'll play for it for like a year. So I would compare them together, but I think he's shorter. He's shorter. So he's like a big figure, especially for like a humanoid design, but he's not big, you know. So yeah. Arms, pretty unlimited. There you go. Bicep swivel, and you know, clearance issues when you want to like rotate it all the way, but again, gets out of the way. You can actually maneuver it so it looks more natural. So very nice. Same with this other side. You know, boop boop boop. Boop, boop, boop. Rotate. This one's a bit, obviously it's much bigger, so, excuse me, you can just like, it's not going to move as much, but it moves enough. Okay, bicep swivel, of course, and then you got single jointed elbows. Actually, I think this is the only Todd McFarlane toy that's like larger that has a bicep swivel. Whether it's due to the fact he doesn't have an actual like shoulder sculpt like Violator, and I just got the Dark Knight Returns Superman. He's like bulky, but he's not a mega figure, like, but he still didn't have a bicep shoulder swivel, so that's weird to me. But still, single jointed elbows, just shy of 90 degrees actually. Just shy, like a fraction of a percentile. Oh, excuse me. And then typical, like, yeah, typical Todd McFarlane hands, hinge and his double swivel, so you can like do whatever you need to. Same thing on the other side, nothing's handed or anything besides the shoulder. Diaphragm joint, very nice. Arc. Forward. Sorry, my sinuses are a bit clogged. Nothing at the waist, because gotta have that skull intact. Here's a bit of a lewd headcanon. It's quite literally a head, if you catch my drift. But you don't need to. Okay, here's go with the hips. Very, very good split. For some reason. Oh, it's because it's... Okay. You gotta move the thighs forward a bit, because the sculpt can get in the way, but... Isn't it weird how most Spider-Man figures, or at least Marvel Legends, don't do splits like this? Because it is. This is very much not natural for a mech. Of course, it's a manga mech. So, of course, anime could do this with their mech. So, maybe they're just being accurate to source material that does not exist. Then you got the thigh-step swivel. Almost unlimited. Oh my god. I haven't really touched this guy much. Because I'm kind of disappointed by certain articulation I'll talk about soon. Like, literally, next one. You got the knee bend. Pretty good. It is a bit loose. So, it's same on the other side. But, at least this one stays intact. Because this one's more solid because it's bigger. And then we get to the lower legs. I am so kind of upset because I feel it in my soul that this one is pointing way more outright than this one. They're both pointing out, but they're not. I feel like they should have a swivel here because they're, see that? Here's the front of the thigh, here's the front of the calf. That feels wrong, right? That can't just be me. Unless they disassembled mine weird, they assembled mine weirdly. Is there a swivel in here? It kind of looks like it, like it's obviously a separate piece, but I can't get it to move. Like, it feels like it's glued in there, but I feel like it has to move, right? Tom McFarlane does do, like, calf swivels sometimes. I feel deep in my soul that there's a calf swivel in there somewhere, and I'm not sure if my soul's correct. So yes, that's the main reason. It's because I'm so bothered by the calves looking weird, but whatever. And then you got a typical, actually, yeah, it is a typical assembly. This one's weird because, you know, boot. This one's more normal. The guard piece is flexible plastic, so it doesn't get in the way a lot. I mean, there it is, but not by much. Then you got that. And yeah, that's it for articulation. Very solid. Solid articulation. Due to the sculpt, he can't really move his legs out that much. I probably should have shown that earlier, but back, again, unlimited. So yeah, that's like the one downside for me, besides the weird calves, is that he can't, like, bring his knee up, so that's weird for me. So yeah, let's get to, I forgot the word for it. Comparison. Let's get to the comparison. I have two very well-known robots and one not so well-known, but still more popular than this guy. First, let's go with probably the most well-known. Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. That wasn't good, but I like doing it because it sounds fun. Optimus Prime. Again, he still has that issue where his chest keeps popping off. Here's Optimus, and here's Mecha Spawn. Holy moly. I thought Optimus was pretty big, but no. Tom McFarlane is outdoing Hasbro. Now we have Playmates, Mecha Godzilla, normal version. I do have the darker one that has the laser. Here's evidence. But here's Playmates Mecha Godzilla, so if these two were actually like accurate to each other, this guy is massive. But he's probably just like a bit bigger than a normal person. Like Masters of the Universe Revelations Roboto. He's my baby girl. I'll cover him someday. So yeah, here is like Roboto. He's like above average because in the show he's modeled after Man-at-Arms. So Man-at-Arms is massive. They're all massive. They're all jacked up monsters. So it's probably like around this size. That's how like actually big Mecha Spawn is. Maybe like this. Does the perspective work? Maybe like this. That's trippy, isn't it? Here's like their actual size. Oh. Yeah, I like using perspective a lot. Not in art, that sucks. But yeah, that's Mecha Spawn. I almost said Mecha Godzilla. That's Mecha Spawn. Really nice. He was about like $39, which is average for about this size mega fig for Toddy Boy. Just really nice. I do think it's lacking in paint a bit, and I want to know what's up with the calves. Are they glued in, or are they actually just stuck because mine's a bit wonky? But yeah, that's it. Really good. I recommend it for just people who like big action figures and robots, it's nice. It's affordable. It's just overall well done. So yeah, I do recommend it. It is a good figure, and that's about it. I guess, I don't know. I don't know what to say after this. Should I cover He-Man Masters of the Universe Revelations? I've been obsessed with that for a bit now. I mean, that's why I got Roboto and 2 other He-Man action figures. But besides that, I have nothing else to say, so I guess I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye!